I'm not deep into conspiracy theories or conspiracies for that fact, but welcome to the Drunk Linux User. I'm Len. I am the Drunk Linux User. I'm your plain speaking Linux friend trying to help you wade through all this computer stuff. Now, if you're a Linux creative, please watch Time to Shine. I hope I'm going to be able to get that link up there for you. This allows you to get your link on my website so that other people can see what you're doing with either artwork, music, the written word, or whatever you do that's creative. And you've got a link, or you've got an iTunes page, or YouTube channel. Send me your links. Instructions are in that video. It's only about 6 minutes long, and I'm offering this service for free. So, if you like what you see on this particular show, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, all that good junk that helps bring my, analytics up and helps the algorithm get me up to my goals and all that junk. Let's get started, okay? There is a Linux distribution out there called Deepin. The really cool thing about Deepin is that it is definitely one of the more beautiful distributions out there. We'll get to that in just a second. But there was an article that just recently came out regarding Deepin 23, and they plan to leave the Debian universe. They want to become independent. In the official subreddit of Deepin, the team announced that Deepin 23 will not be based on Debian anymore. Instead, it'll be an independent distribution with Linux kernel at its core with additional or open source components, which is very interesting. Moreover, in its initial post announcement, the Deepin 23 team also introduces a new package format called Linglong. It's similar to Flatpak snaps or app image, and the new Linglong package format will be the basis or the base for Deepin 23. I guess what I'm not getting the answers here are, can you still use apt or not? And are there other packages that you might be able to port over to Deepin if that's the route you want to go? However, the entire direction seems to have more control over the operating system that is popular and used by many in a specific country. It's a specific country, for example, that we're going to talk about in just a minute. And when I was talking about most beautiful distros, you'll see, and first of all, I just wanted to say that I'm not promoting any of these websites or any of these distributions, but as you scroll down the page, let me just go page by page. There's some beautiful things here, but Deepin pops up. All right. Deepin, open source. It's an Asian countries distribution. And when you go to Slant, it's number 1 as the most beautiful. When you go to this page, 12 most beautiful, there's Zoran, Cute Fish, which, by the way, that little boy right there is kind of interesting. I would like to see that get a little bit more development coming, but I understand they kind of backed off on that a little bit. Maybe they're regrouping, I'm not really sure. But once again, we see Deepin. Okay. So what's the concern about Deepin being changed up? Well, it is in that foreign country that's on the east. It's really big. They've got over a billion people living there, and they're very economically well-to-do as a country. Well, one of the reasons that I would think that you would be a little bit careful and mindful about installing this in a country other than that big country that sits over in Asia's east side, very close to the Pacific Ocean, by the way, and some other countries, is their social credit scores. And if this is being pushed to make the social credit score more ubiquitous, they use their phones for almost everything, but they do have computers over there. Then what is a social credit score? Well, this talks about the different levels Like if you're a level 1, you're somebody who hasn't done anything wrong. You live your lives uninterrupted by the government's new social credit system. Level 2, people with some transgressions. They might have been caught jaywalking, for example. Level 3, people who don't pay their taxes. These people will face a higher tax rate and be barred from air travel and high-speed rail trips. Man, just think, not having the ability to be able to go where you need to go. Maybe you need to get on one of these trains or something to get to some place to get the money to be able to pay your taxes. Who knows? Whatever. Level 4, people who have been accused of fraud or crime must publicly apologize to avoid a complete social credit score loss. Well, I think if you've done something wrong, you should atone for it. That's true, but should that be part of your life within the government? This is just slippery slopes here. Level 5, people who have been convicted of fraud or crime. And level 6, people who will be detained. And why does this matter? I'm going to leave the links up here. You can take a look at this. There's a lot to read. So, can this happen in the United States? Looks like they're pushing for it. And this SEO design out of Chicago, again, I'm not knocking any sites. I'm not promoting any sites. I'm just simply giving information. But this webpage here is talking about determining social credit. Why are social credit scores important for businesses? And let me get back up here. I guess scrolled too far. Went too far. What does the future lie with social credit scores? Remains to be seen, actually. This actually seems to be kind of promoting social credit scores. This site, which I have to plead a little bit of ignorance when it comes to, the right, the left, the center, whatever leanings on some of these websites. But this website went through a whole business about what's going on, and towards the end, it says, okay, at first I thought the social credit scoring was a great idea. We deal with so many hateful, ungrateful, rude, selfish people these days, so on and so forth. I thought a mindful credit score would be an interesting idea years ago. But I think they're changing their mind. So I'm thinking that if you are not living in that Asian country that has over 1 billion people in it, that is an economic powerhouse and getting involved with countries around the world, and you don't want your information to be shared with that particular Eastern Asian country's government, then maybe, even though Deepin is a beautiful, beautiful looking distribution, maybe you want to try something else. You can try something else, and you can get the Deepin theme to put on your computer if you like that particular look. Will it have all the fancy, special effects and everything? Probably not, but if you like the overall look, you can definitely do that. So let's kind of leave this with just a very sincere, what am I going to say? I don't want to say advisory, but I do want to say that if you are concerned about your information, maybe this is one of those distributions that you might want to avoid. Usually I try to promote everything that comes along, unless I find that there's something wrong. I think I found something wrong here. So, again, if you're creative, please watch Time to Shine and send me your links. I'll get them up on the website. We'll end this on our words of wisdom. Don't drive drunk. Don't drink and drive. Don't go to eBay, Amazon, or use MS Edge shopping all buzzed up thinking you're going to buy the latest, greatest, and coolest stuff, because you're probably not. And in the meantime, bottoms up and later, dudes.